This question is on human interaction with the landscape. It's a long question in the 2017 paper for the junior cert. It's worth 10 marks. So I'm going to teach how to do an essay on this. But firstly, what's really important to do is like create a little mind map for yourself on your papers. Your examiner won't actually care if loads of scribbles on your paper. As long as your essays are perfect, that's what they care about. Okay, so two advantages of a hydroelectric power. Hydroelectric power has got to do with water. We all know that from previous learning. So the first thing you can say is the fact that it's renewable. Okay, so it's a renewable source of energy. Sound. That means it won't run out. All right, you can talk about the water cycle here as well. And the rotation of water and how it's constantly going to be there. All right, so that's number one. You can then talk about the fact that this hydroelectric power is clean. So you can say there, no pollution. Talk about the environment. Talk about no harmful gases. So I'm just breezing through this like, okay. So that's 1 and 2 there. So two advantages, you need to explain them. So don't forget that. Next thing is to describe two objections which might be made to the development of a hydroelectric power station. So as I've written here already, objections means the negative. Why would people object to something coming into their area? So the first thing you could say here is that the building itself would disrupt like natural habitats. That would be like wildlife in the area because it'd be built out in those kind of areas. Don't really be built near many houses. Okay, that's your first one. You can talk about that, and then number two, you can talk about. I suppose you can talk about like noise pollution, eyesores. But the best thing I think here to talk about is the fact that if people are relying on it, so reliability. If they rely on something, so let's say they rely on this water to generate electricity for their houses. What if a drought came? No energy for their homes, meaning no electricity. Okay, I'm going to show you now how to do an essay on all this information I'm after giving you here. So the first question said to state two advantages of hydroelectric power. So if you look here, you'll see little kind of a blue pen I used here. Here, all these little kind of staggers around the page. That's how your examiner literally marks your paper when it comes to your exam. So the first advantage of hydroelectric power is that it's a renewable source of energy. I've written down ST1 here. That means statement 1. Means 1 mark for the statement. That's your general statement, renewable source of energy. But you need to actually develop that statement. So this means that it won't run out. So you're getting a mark for saying run out there, as it is powered by the water cycle, which is the continuous rotation of water. So the continuous rotation of water in the atmosphere through precipitation, runoff, evaporation and condensation back into a cloud. And it's a circle that happens all over again. So from condensation, cloud, precipitation. So I've gotten 3 marks for stating all that. Okay. Second advantage of hydroelectric power is that it's a clean energy source. Clean, ST1 there. The energy created by hydroelectric power does not emit any harmful gases. D1 for that, development 1. That will potentially destroy the environment/atmosphere. So I've gotten 6 marks for writing all that there. Okay. So the next question then is describe 2 reasons why people would kind of object to having a hydroelectric power station in their area. So let's look at this here. The first objection that might be made to the development of a hydroelectric power station could be that the building of it would disrupt the natural habitat and its wildlife in the area. So we already have 6 marks up here. We're just looking for 4 marks down here. Could be vice versa. Could be 4 up here and 6 down here. So always write as much as you can, but make sure you're not kind of waffling on. The building of it would disrupt natural habitat and its wildlife in the area. So statement 1, development 1 there for habitat. Second objection could be the reliability of the energy in the area. They're not taking into consideration possible droughts in the area, which would leave residents without electricity. If you look down here, so I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and if you look here, there's 11 here. but I have a little bracket around it. Your marker, your examiner would put a little bracket, like that square bracket around those kind of marks. It's called a surplus mark. If you, for example, had missed out on some information up here, you actually have an extra mark to play around with down here. Okay, if you miss out on some information there. So it's very important to put as much information as you can down here, but also read the amount of marks going for a question. So that is how you answer. That's how you can answer a full 10 marker. Take a screenshot of that there if you want. And that's how you answer it.